Hello everyone and welcome back to Mashinky. Today we are traveling on one of our lines, taking in the landscape, and we have some objectives to do. We need to start taking our lumber that we've been taking to the sawmill and start processing that into tokens so that we can start using some wooden bridges. Now, some of you, I'm sure, who have seen me play this on live stream or have played it yourself by now are maybe wondering, hey Uthris, why are you using wooden bridges? Why don't you just use stone bridges? Well, it's because stone bridges are expensive. They might not cost any other resource than money, but that by himself means that they're quite expensive to do. So if we take a look at our map, you can see currently we have a lot of towns hooked up, which in theory should be netting us a good bit of money. But there are things we're gonna do real quick just to improve the cash flow. So first things first, you can see this station. It has a proper waiting station extension. We accept 10, produce 6 total units of people. Stage train 1 says it was waiting a long time, but apparently not. So you can see that in here, there's bistros, which increase the capacity of the people that can wait at a station, but also gives us 25% more income. So we're gonna be shooting for those today. And to do that, we're going to have to kind of speed up time so we can continually make money at a decent rate. And we're gonna be kind of changing up our line currently. So right now you can see we have a line going from kind of east to west and one going north to south, though it for a little while joins the east-west line. What I would like to do right here is to hopefully make some sort of new addition to connect this all the way over here so that we don't have to interfere with station 1 at all. So we're gonna go ahead and attempt this. So we'll have to flatten out some terrain, I think, and usually terrain modifications is where people spend all their money. So you have to be a little careful here. Alright, so for now, we will just cause this to go straight there. And then we have to think of a way to get this up and over. So I'm also going to kind of leave them disconnected so that we can come back to the spots later and hopefully, oh boy, this is gonna be tough. And hopefully don't break everything in the meantime, right? So as long as these aren't disconnected, we can kind of mess in this area as much as we like. So I'm thinking I really need an area kind of straightened out. So I'm gonna have to shift this whole line upwards, which is fine. So let's go ahead and get rid of this bit. Just like that, and then up as well, and then flatten that out, right? Because what that's going to do is simply give us a straight section up this way. I'll delete what I just made because we are reworking and problem solving on the fly, which sometimes works, sometimes not so much. And just like that, you know, I kind of prefer having 2 flat per 1 rise. I feel like that kind of gives us a more natural slope up these things. And that right there is going to give us a proper kind of east-west line. Now, a lot of this is a mess, as you guys can see. This whole intersection here is just a wreck. This whole intersection here is a wreck. This is weird. This is okay. It could be better, and this forest will probably end up having to bypass completely eventually because it's too close to kind of a main line and can be a pain to kind of get to if it's too close, but we'll kind of troubleshoot that a little bit more here in a moment. So we're going to connect this up like so, and we will kind of bring this a little bit more over for the future. So that line's not hooked up yet. We'll have a nice Trumpet intersection here, I think, in the long term. But however, for now, we need to start shipping goods from the sawmill over into the workstation. So to do so, we'll just go over to the depot. We're gonna buy another 260 porter. Actually, I could buy a Baldwin for this. No, we'll just use 2 porters. We're gonna start hauling 4 wagons of processed timber over to the tool works. So we'll start that pretty much immediately, and we'll also have to buy a new one, and we'll probably just get 2 of these trains set up initially, and then we'll have to adjust things as they go. We're going to also see if we can't get rid of passengers. I don't want passengers in this station at all. So we're going to filter them out so that people don't go here and they prefer to go to station 2. Let's see if we can't do that again. Looks like people are still going to station 4 here. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out in the long term, but there is our first train on its way. We're gonna go ahead and give the orders for this one to go to planks and then to workshop and wait for it and start it up. There is a bit of a delay because he has to travel up this line, so we'll start a little early. Let us look here at our signals. You can see a lot of this has no signals, which is a problem. But hopefully it'll get straightened out in just a moment. Alright, so right lane, like this. And then we will do that. So that's it for the station so far. We'll break these up and just simply walk all of these spacers down through the local area. Which for now is not going to include this line, right? So we'll have to kind of signal everything up accordingly. Yeah, something like that, I guess. That'll have to work. There we go. So that intersection is all hooked up. Train 7 coming in this way. He'll be able to go through the station 1 with ease. It doesn't have to stop or anything. And then he'll leave, and then should go over this way. Now, once we get the Trumpet intersection here and Interchange working, we should be fine at that point. Train 8 just now leaving the wood station, and it should make this whole trip a little bit quicker. I want to try and just make connections a little bit more clean in general this episode, so that's really the main bulk. What we could end up doing is raising this train up, and then tunneling these 2 lines underneath of it, and then connecting them. We'll see how all that goes, but we need a lot more timber before we can worry about that. Sadly, bridges are very expensive in this game. At least the wooden ones. And I like the way the wooden ones look the most. I just like wooden bridges. Alright, stopped at that. We have gained about a few actual processes here. Some actual links loaded up in the toolworks, and you can take, you know, look at the extension. You can possibly get a furniture workshop, which will increase, you know, how many tokens you get per, because currently right now it's 3 for 1, when this can turn it into 5 for 5, right? And that would be good. So maybe we can think about doing that. Delivery of logs or timber. Yep, we got plenty of timber being delivered currently. Now we'll see if this is being fully stocked in time. Doesn't look like it. So it looks like currently 2 timber trains are enough. All right. let us think about this trumpet intersection for a moment. So we're gonna delete these. We're going to flatten this out to there. And then these two will flatten to there, and in fact we need to flatten it all the way through. Right? So that's gonna keep that gap. Pop, pop. And then this here will be the bridge. Oh! It looks like the cost for bridges have changed. It looks like we don't need wood anymore. That's kind of interesting. So what we're gonna do is lower the terrain down. So that we can make sure we get underneath this bridge in a safe manner. There we go. So that'll be a nice little ditch for our train. In fact, it has to go down one more, right? So that'll create a nice lift. So I guess there was a patch without me knowing. That means we can build wooden bridges now. Take a look at that. So this will be our bridge going underneath there. They don't quite look like they can fit much under it. I don't know, I can build tracks, so if I can build it, I'm okay with it. Alright. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that, and then curve this upward. You can see that's changing our angle quite a lot in this area, but that's fine. That's an easy thing to account for. Just like that. Alright, that's looking pretty cool, right? I think so. So, what we'll have to do is go ahead and lower this by 1. 2, I guess. We'll then flatten this out twice, like that. And we'll see how this is going to connect up. So these are going to go just straight into here, right? We can have a section going this way. We can have a section going this way to return. And then to go down that way. See, how does this work again? Trumpet intersections? I think they both kind of just connect together and then they get funneled out, right? Like this one would be the connection to go from here down to there, and then this one would let you go left, this one will let you go right, and this one will let you go down, and there's no reason for this line to go that way because it stops. I think that's the way. Sorry, I'm trying to get my bearings. Alright, so spend a lot more money needlessly on something that's a little irrelevant. Okay. So this is the shape that we're looking for, in theory. Right? So this is the tightest circle we can do. So this is what we need to enable on our little experiment that we're doing, right? Let's do, oop, wrong way. I have to lower this. Uthris doesn't know what he's doing. Would you look at that? There we go. Yeah. So that is one end, and then this one will go kind of all the way around it. And, oh. Great. So like that. This will simply go down like that. So over this way, and then this will simply connect like that. So I think that's a proper intersection. Or at least something better than what we have going on in this area. So let's go ahead and pause the game. No train is in the area. We'll go ahead and try and hook this thing up real quick. Alright, get rid of you. Alright, and then hook up the main two. Go out like that. This one will come in like that due to the terrain difference and the wonkiness involved there. Alright. And then here for now we'll just have kind of a temporary S-bin. Going on. But we should be able to delete all this, get some money back for our troubles. And we'll set up some signals. So this is in case they want to split. This is when they come together. Here is when they split, coming together. So this one's coming together. No, wrong way. This one's splitting, this one's coming together. Yeah, that's right. And then we'll set up the normal directions there. And now we have kind of a Trumpet intersection there and our first little bridge, which is always fun to go under these things. Bridges are just so cool in trains. Alright, and then temporarily, we can simply just hook this up like that. Because currently, this log cart has had to. How have they been going back here? Like this and then around? Yeah. So that's a temporary fix. And we'll try and make that look a little bit better as we continue. So like that. More of these. Alright. Let's see if it works. So train 7 should go straight, because that's the fastest route. Train 8 pausing that far back is a little annoying, but that's okay. Looking pretty good. And I could, you know, step this out a little bit if you guys think this is too steep. I mean, there's not much I can do. It's very much a 45 degree or 30 degree slope is the thinnest slope you can do in this game. Okay. Now, I don't know of anyone going really from this north-south line over here to Station 7 yet. I think that was built here last episode. So we can look at maybe adding that to our train station routes. which could be good. Here comes a log cart. You know what? Let's go ahead and ride this thing over the bridge, I think. There we go. So we're gonna go ahead and transition onto the east-west highway, you could say. And we'll see this in real time as we progress through here. And climb this really steep slope. If you guys want, I can step this out to like partial increase, flat, partial increase, flat. It can look a little jarring though. There's some logs, a beautiful sunset going on, or evening dusk kind of lighting. And we go up. Look at that. That's nice looking. Oh, a train's going underneath of us. Looks like that is working. Off he goes. Now, one thing I do want to check, because he's down there, is the height of this. So it does not clear this bridge, which is fine. I kind of partially expected that. So what I'll do is I will go ahead into build mode. I'm going to pause. And we're going to go ahead and edit this a bit to allow this to go a little bit deeper into the ground, just so it really clears this bridge area. Alright, and 3, like that. And then if this goes down, I believe that should give us a nice ramp up. Yep. There we go. Now it will properly clear over that bridge. It seems like the wooden bridge has less of a clearance than the normal bridge, so you have to account for these things. But it is also cheaper. I don't know if it's cheaper after terraforming, but you know, it's a factor. Look, he's coming down now, so we can really see kind of what it's gonna look like. And of course I'm gonna take a screenshot. There we go, plenty of clearance now. Plenty of clearance. And you know, these are the intersections we really need in our build, because these are very efficient at getting things on and off the area. And if you can do that, you're definitely better off for it. Nope, looks like winter is coming. Delete that signal, there we go. Alright, so that's a pretty nice interchange, which means we can now effectively get rid of this. We don't need this ugly thing anymore. There we go. Now, if people want to go from Station 1 over to Bolton, to Station 7, they will simply go back across, take this line straight over through the Trumpet, and they should be good to go. What I'm going to do also is I'm going to go ahead and just plant, I think, some trees around the area. Just to make it look a little bit better. See if it helps. There we go. So we'll do that. And we're broke. I think that helps the look a little bit. especially when the grass grows in. So you can just speed up time, and there you have it. That's looking pretty good. So we are making planks, which is good. Let's go ahead and take a look at what it takes to advance to the steam age. We need about 100 cold and 100 planks. So that's something to keep in mind with. I'm thinking we're gonna need a lot more passenger trains. We definitely need a lot more money, because we have a lot of intersections to rework and configure to just increase overall efficiency, so that when we upgrade to faster trains, things aren't going to get bogged down in this kind of old, slow system that we have. Like, I'm fine with them occasionally stopping, but in reality, they really shouldn't be that much. So how many passenger trains do we get? We have 4, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 proper passenger stations. So what I'm going to do is here at the end of this episode, oh, no, that's 1, 3, 4. I'm going to tell all of these guys to go to the depot, because we're going to rework their orders completely. So that we'll start hitting up all 5 stops, and we will probably buy a new train as well. So this guy is already here, right? So we're gonna go ahead and get him an extra wagon. We're just gonna upgrade him to 4. No problem with that. So orders, we're going to delete all these orders real quick. We're going to add, because he's starting here, we can go to station 0, go on up to station 1, go on over to station 2, then on up to station 5, and then all the way out here. It's quite a trip to station 7. Looks alright. Alright, so that is the first train, so we'll just go ahead and release him just so we, you know, don't stop getting money completely. And off he goes. And I think at the end of the episode we might, wow, okay, there's no way for him to enter this station 0 from down here. I totally forgot that little bit of information. So all of these are probably gonna go up to station 1, turn around, and head back. But that's fine. That gives me time to assign the other guys, get them outfitted out, so that they can return to making us some money, and hopefully a little bit more money, because we're upgrading them to 32 passengers instead of the 24 they currently are. So, all right. So this guy, I'm gonna go ahead and buy him a new one. Open him up, get rid of his orders. All right. So station 0, station 1, station 2, station 5. And then all the way out here, station 7. So we'll just start him. Start him up. So he's gonna go ahead and leave. And I like a bit of a longer train. As we progress, we'll probably make even longer trains, but we'll see. Just so I have more trains, I might just keep them shorter, like no longer than 5. So we'll get you a wagon. We'll go ahead and open you up. Give you minus all your orders. You are going to go station 0, station 1, station 4, 5, 7. Now the question is this train coming back in, or one of our new ones? It should have 4 cars if it's new. And it is. So we'll let him pass first, and then we'll go ahead and release this guy out into the wilderness. So off you go, buddy. Station 2 is coming in. We're gonna have to hold off on, actually no, we actually completed a quest by happenstance make us some money, so we'll be able to actually get train 2 outfitted and ready to go. So let's go ahead and edit all your orders. So station 0, station 1, station 4, station 5, station 7. I think this is another one of the upgraded ones. It is, so we'll wait for it to pass before releasing him. Out into the wild blue yonder he goes. We'll go ahead and ride him through. Now we're gonna ride at an increased speed because, frankly, this episode has gone on long enough, and we'll just let's go all the way back. Beautiful sights, beautiful waterscapes. I'm just really happy to have a transport game that lets you ride all of these vehicles. It's really neat. And plus you can toot the horn. Everyone likes that. Alright. So we're coming up to the second station, in which case this is his turnaround point. Let's see if I can't make this a little bit smaller, out of the way. If I minimize this, it'll actually kick me out of the train view there. So now we are rotating back to the south so we can actually go to the station. My fault on ordering them all like this, but that's just how it is. There's just sometimes that's just how things like of this nature kind of turn out. We might have to make a depot that's actually accessible from both directions. There goes our other train. We are pulling up now. There we go. Oh! People are shutting the blinds on us. It looks like they don't want us to see very well. So I guess we'll ride up here. It'll be interesting to ride up here, I think. It's a little glitchy, but maybe we'll just ride up in the front. There we go. Get our head out the window. Feel that breeze. It's becoming winter time. It could be why they're shutting the blinds, just to be a little bit more warm and toasty in the back there. So off we go over here. Pull on up. Stop. Drop off our passengers. And off we go for some more. So long, town. Again, speeding up just so we can get through this whole line quickly enough. And you guys can kind of take in the sights. You can get really mountainous terrain. So you guys get to see some of that on live stream. Passing by our foresters. Some cargo trains going by there. So I believe this is going to station 4 currently. Just up here, this is another intersection we're going to have to drastically change. What do we got? Why are we stopped? Okay, so it looks like we got a queue to make it through here. And should be up this way. I don't know why you're going to station 4. You need to be going to station 2. Didn't know I kind of numbered these wrong. So there we go. That'll hopefully fix that one going forward. Apologize to interrupt your ride to let you know that Uthris is not good at this game. But at least we'll be able to clear out some of the people from that order. Yeah, no, this is totally industrial. That's why the loop is not very efficient there. And then you got train 6 going backwards at this point. 10 out of 10 would not ride again. Okay, I think that's gonna be us this episode. Anyways, if you have any ideas and suggestions, go ahead and leave that down below. Leave a comment, subscribe, hit that like button, dislike button. You guys know what to do. And until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Choo choo.